Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome once again to the Bourse Report. Today, we are going to look at the development of your portfolio. That is, how do you compose your pool of investments to maximize your wealth within the context of the risks that you are prepared to take. So, first question, are you disciplined enough to put together a portfolio, or are you prepared to leave your savings passively in the bank, and what does that generate as compared to building a portfolio? Second question people have asked me, well, how much funds do I need to have to build a portfolio of investment? And the answer is very simple, that you can start with a very small amount. The nature of the investment will change from a direct investment to probably investing through mutual funds. But there is nothing to stop you engendering a discipline in your portfolio. Third point is, what are the challenges in building a portfolio so that your portfolio can reflect world wealth rather than be only in a localized currency? Let's have a quick look at how these portfolios look. And I will speak now to some representative portfolios, what kinds of risks you take, what kind of investor you are. Let's just take a look now at the first. So the first graph shows you the different nature of the investor. Conservative, that is the one who is looking mainly for income generation and the preservation of his capital. That is, that he doesn't want, nobody wants to have your portfolio or your investment fall in value. Secondly, moderate, that's a mix between income generation and capital appreciation outlook. And thirdly, there is a greater preponderance towards capital appreciation. That is, you are prepared to take the risk of getting a higher upside in terms of your wealth, understanding that as you go towards those kinds of investments, such as equities, your investment can go up or down based on market conditions. So let's go next to what types of allocations one may have in these various three types of portfolios. So, well, we talked about the skew from conservative, which is more income generation, which you see here on this side of your screen. And as you go more towards this area, you would see equities increasing. So in this portfolio, you might have about 15% of your investments in the area of fixed income and money markets and so on. And as you go to the next area to your left, what you will see is that that portfolio generates a higher component of equities. So let's stay with this one now, which shows you, as you look at the various types of investments, the aggressive, the conservative, and the moderate, you will see different types of returns. And we looked at a 5-year period starting 2013 to 2017. And what you found is that aggressive portfolio that had more of the equities in it did provide a higher rate of return. And bear in mind, this is only representative because you need to spend time with your investment advisor, of which Bourse is one, to give you a sense of where you should be invested. What are the challenges? Well, one, the challenge is that now where you talk about a representative portfolio, you are talking about several things. How much money should I have in money market? How much should I have in fixed income such as bonds? How much should I have in, for example, equities? And where should I have it? Locally in TT currency or in hard currency otherwise? And these are questions that you need to sit with your advisor and answer those questions as to what is your risk profile and how do you want to take that portfolio forward. But let's just look at what's happening in terms of if you had invested in these various portfolios from the conservative to the most aggressive meaning more equities and less money market and so on. If you left your money in the bank, what you would see is that for this 5-year period, or close to 5-year period, you put in 100,000 and you would get 101,000. But as you go across over the same period in that representative portfolios, you would have had 119,000 TT dollar equivalent in the aggressive portfolio, and in the moderate portfolio 115, and the conservative 110. Of course, as I said, let us be clear, these are representative portfolios, and what we have done is back-tested and look at actual results from 2013 until 2017. Why do you invest, and why do you build a portfolio with discipline? Well, you build a portfolio for the reason that you might be saving for things later on, for investment, to send your children to school, building your wealth, and also for purposes of retirement. And so when you look at some of the challenges, one is that if you want to build wealth in a global position, you need to have hard currency as well as local currency. Challenge one is that it is difficult to access a hard currency, US dollars, now in our market. But also from the other side, investors who have US dollars idle need to make better use and actively build on those funds that they have. And here are good starting points to develop your portfolio. You need to go out longer as well in order to generally get better yields and better returns on your portfolio. And hence, when you talk about bank savings in the bank as opposed to going out further and building into equities and bonds, you get higher returns as shown in the historical part here, and you can do even better in terms of where you position yourself. Retirement. Let's talk about that retirement fund. If you could get this graph up there, yes, we do. And if you look at retirement, this is our Save Invest individual retirement fund. Over a 5-year period, value pickup has been about 34.8%, just as an example, rather than simply leaving it in the bank, which is a similar figure that we showed for where you get 101,000. Good reasons to build a portfolio. Talk to us to get more information about how to build this portfolio and how does that fit into your risk profile and your investment horizon, how long you want to go. Look for us in the newspapers for our various mutual funds as well as our retirement funds under the name of Bourse or Save Invest. Have yourself a wonderful investment week, and look for us on for more information on this presentation. Go to our website, bourseinvestment.com. Have yourself a wonderful investment week. This is Subhash Ramkilawan for the Bourse Report.